Practice. As we do each night, we will begin by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Thank you, friends, for joining me tonight. And we're going to do 25 minutes of Zen meditation here in a minute. But prior to doing that, I wanted to lead us in a chant of the relative and the absolute. So that's my plan right now. If you'll bear with me, I'll draw this up. Okay, let me make sure that's all going to be visible. Yep, we're good. Okay. Grab my old milk tot. Identity of the relative and absolute. The mind of the great sage of India was intimately conveyed from west to east among human beings, are wise men and fools, but in the way is no northern or southern patriarch. The subtle source is clear and bright. The tributary streams flow through the darkness. To be attached to things is illusion. To encounter the absolute is not yet enlightenment. Each and all the subject and objective spheres are related and the same time independent, related yet working differently, though each keeps its own place, makes the character and the appearance different. Sounds distinguish comfort and discomfort. The dark makes all words one. The brightness distinguishes good and bad phrases. Four elements return to their nature as a child to its mother. Fire is hot, wind moves, water is wet, earth hard, eyes see, ears hear, smells, tongue taste the salt and sour. Each is independent of the other. Cause and effect must return to the great reality. The words high and low are used relatively. Within light there is darkness. Do not try to understand that darkness. Within darkness there is light, but do not look for that light. Light and darkness are a pair, like the foot before and the foot behind in walking. Each thing has its own intrinsic value and is related to everything else in function and position. Ordinary life fits the absolute as a box and its lid. The absolute works together with the relative like two arrows meeting in midair. Words you should grasp the great reality. Do not judge by any standards. If you do not see the way, you do not see it, even as you walk on it. When you walk the way, it is not near, it is not far. If you are deluded, you are mountains and rivers away from it. I respectfully say to those who wish to be enlightened, do not waste your time by night or day. I like the teaching in this one, but I have to say I'm sorry. I bit my cheek on the inside yesterday sometime, and it's a little bit swollen. And so my cheek gets stuck between my teeth when I talk. So I kept trying to make sure I didn't bite my cheek as I'm trying to meditate, as I'm trying to chant there. But I appreciate you bearing with me as I chant that. There is, I think I'm going to do one more, which is the Song of Zazen. And let's see if I can find that right there, the Song of Zazen. And hopefully I can do this one a little bit clearer than the last one. And yeah, so thank you again for tolerating my swollen cheek as I try to chant tonight. Song of Zazen. From the beginning, all beings are Buddha, like water and ice. Without water, no ice. Outside us, no Buddhas. How near the truth, yet how far we seek. Like one in water, crying, I thirst. Like the son of a rich man wandering. For on this earth we endlessly circle the six worlds. The cause of our sorrow is ego delusion. From dark path to dark path we've wandered in darkness. How can we be freed from the wheel of samsara? The gateway to freedom is Zazen Samadhi. Beyond exaltation, beyond all our praises, the pure Mahayana, observing the precepts, repentance and giving, the countless good deeds and the way of right living, all come from Zazen. Thus one true Samadhi extinguishes evils, it purifies karma, dissolving obstructions. Then where are the dark path to lead us astray? Hearing this truth, heart humble and grateful to praise and embrace it, to practice its wisdom, brings unending blessings, brings mountains of merit. And if we turn inward and prove our true nature, that true self is no self, Our own self is no self. We go beyond ego and past clever words, then the gate to the oneness of cause and effect is thrown open. Not two and not three, straight ahead runs the way. Our form now being no form, in going and returning, we never leave home. Our thought now being no thought, our dancing and songs are the voice of the Dharma. How vast is the heaven of boundless samadhi, how bright and transparent the moonlight of wisdom. What is there outside us? What is there we lack? Nirvana is openly shown to our eyes. This where we stand is the pure lotus land, and this very body, the body of Buddha. Okay, so that's all of my chanting I will torture you guys with tonight. Again, I apologize. My throat is a little sore, and I keep biting my cheek. But chanting is itself a little bit like meditation. It is a meditative practice that we use. When we are chanting, we can't think about all the other things going on in the world. We're paying attention to the rhythm, to the words, to our voice, to enunciating what it is we're trying to pronounce. And you can't think about everything else. So your mind is pretty much empty except for the words in front of you and the sound of the moktat. A moktat. So that's why we chant. We use it as a form of meditation and as a teaching tool. And it definitely, if we learn those principles of the chants we chant, then we better learn the Dharma. So that's our purpose there. So without further ado, we will begin our meditation for the night. And then we will end with the 4 great vows as we normally do in our nightly practice. So Thank you, friends, for meditating with me tonight. As we do each night, we will end with the Four Great Vows. The Four Great Vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to save them all. Delusions are endless. We vow to cut through them all. The teachings are infinite. We vow to learn them all. The Buddha way is inconceivable. We vow to attain it. Again, thank you, friends.